On today's show, look, that's like a portal. It's a portal from me to you guys. Is anybody going to be flashing anyone here? Is it going to get shut down? No! But here it is. It's Up and Adams on FanDuel TV, on Max. Of course, it re-airs. I think it still does it? Okay, great. At 2 Eastern, 11 our time, we are going to have Shams on the show, co-host of Run It Back, Mr. NBA Insider, right here on the program. We were also going to have Dallas Cowboys defensive tackle Osa Odighizuwa. I have to get this right. Odighizuwa. Osa Odighizuwa is on the program. Let's go. It's here, guys. It is schedule release day. Things are trickling out. Things are going on. We're very excited. I'm very excited to have Osa Odighizuwa on the show, Mr. Defense for the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of alliteration there. Excited about that. Shams is going to be on the show. Shams. Ooh. Interesting phone call there. That's a very Shamsy thing to do. Ooh, what's going on? We're not going to answer that. Instead, I'm seeing y'all on YouTube. You know what I appreciate? I appreciate what I would define, Hamilton, as the sick pups of our YouTube chat. These are the people who, on a day, and I know it's schedule release day, and we're all excited about that. But these are the real. From Alex to Cannon to Ryan to Andrew to Nicholas, Darius, Tony Audio, of course. Like, y'all show up. Y'all show up even rain or shine. Nothing's going on. Things are going on. And I really, really appreciate that and love you guys. So thank you. If you're watching on FanDuel TV, go ahead and subscribe over on the YouTube page. But where should we start? I mean, Netflix got games. That's huge. Netflix has big games. Netflix NFL. Can't spell Netflix without NFL. Love that slogan. But we also have the international slate. And I'm not going to do a British accent, but instead, we knew about Packers-Eagles, right? We knew that was going to kick things off to start the season in Sao Paolo in Brasilia. We're excited about that. That's followed by Jets-Vikings. That's a goodie. Oh, my gosh. This London crowd at Tottenham gets to feast their eyes on Justin Jefferson, on maybe Sam Darnold, maybe JJ McCarthy, on Aaron Rodgers if he makes it past 4 snaps, a la Drew Bledsoe's Venom. That's a good game. That's a great game for an international slate. So excited for those international fans that are fervent as ever. Then we get Jags Bears at Tottenham on October 13th. That's 2 number 1 overall picks, y'all. Trevor and Caleb Williams, there's some steam there. Jags, famous. That's like the team of London. They stay put to face the Pats at the big boy at Wembley. I love that. Do we see Drake Maye at that point? Will Patriot fans travel? A lot of Pats fans are going to have to travel because we know the Jags fans will stay in full force as they have back-to-back weekends there across the pond. And then, WTF is that? That's amazing! To round it out, Giants and Panthers in Munich. Brian Burns, revenge game there. I like that one. I think any game in Munich. That's one that I didn't get to go to. And I remember everybody at NFL media going, and it looked like they had the best time, and everyone's just literally drinking beers the size of their heads at 10 in the morning. It's something that I'd much like to be a part of. So the schedule in full, guys, drops tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. I wanted to preview some of the things that I'm looking forward to finding out, though, and I want to start with revenge games, okay? This is what I live for. I live for the backstabbing, the vindication, all of it. I feel like we had more free agency for rival teams this offseason. At least it feels like that, more than ever before. And to make it more exciting, most of those big boys are going to be facing their former teams at least once this year. If you're looking at this, you get Diggs against the Bills. Oh, love it. Popcorn, sign me up. I want that in primetime, baby. If Russell Wilson's the Steelers starter and he gets a shot at the Broncos in Denver this year, hell yes. I love that. Saquon leaving the Giants for Philly, that's as spicy as it gets, and we get it twice. Not once, but twice. These grudge matches. Can't go wrong there. And we all know Aaron Jones. We have Kevin O'Connell on the show tomorrow. He gets the Packers twice after they got rid of him for Josh Jacobs. So you think Aaron Jones isn't going to go full scorched earth there a little bit? Not in a bad way. He's wonderful. But it'll be so fun to see him really do his thing all over Green Bay at least twice. The Jags get Calvin Ridley. That's going to be interesting. Remember, it looked like he was going to be back there. We all thought he was going back there. Last minute heel turn. He was tweeting me and then goes to Tennessee. It was wild. We're getting more fuel on Ravens Steelers. Patrick Queen gets to take on Baltimore twice. And those are the games I live for. I look forward to them. I think these players get up for them in a different way. Chill. We got to chill on all these things going on, guys, because I don't have it memorized. Sham's coming on the show, guys. Osa is going to be on the show to at least talk about the other side of things. Let's take a short break here, and then we'll come back, and I will tell you about the Christmas games, and then Shams will be ready to go, and we will talk a little NBA as well. I'm going to take a short break here on the show. We will be back. Thank you for the comments. Love y'all. What game are you most looking forward to? Let's put some bold predictions out there. We got Kevin O'Connell on the show. Big schedule release date in the NFL. We'll be back. Here's the big news, baby! Let's look at the Christmas games. 2 of them this year, even though Christmas falls on a Wednesday. And this was the news this morning. We just found out that those games are going to be streaming on Netflix for the first time ever. I want to play schedule maker here for a second. I know Mike North, I know Charlotte, but that's who makes the schedule. They're both incredible and patient and amazing. But let's talk about the games that I would want to see on Christmas Day, okay? This is just my wishful thinking. Give me the Harbaugh brothers rematch. They haven't faced each other since Super Bowl 47. We talked to Joe Ortiz, GM of the Chargers, working under Jim Harbaugh, worked for Jim Harbaugh with the Ravens for so long, decades and decades. So it's a family holiday. Give me the ultimate family showdown. Netflix could do a reality show. We could do a doc series. We could full swing Drive to Survive this thing as well. There's a lot that needs to happen. So I would love that one. And then it's Christmas. It's Wednesday. I want the chance at some snow. Give me Niners Bills. That's what I would want there in Buffalo. They're only one of the best matchups of the year. I feel like we don't always get the Christmas weather. I'm here for the Christmas weather, and I love that matchup. We'll see what happens. Netflix streaming Christmas Day games. Okay. I'm also looking forward to seeing what the social media teams come up with, right? This is their Hunger Games, okay? This is their Super Bowl. And we always get absolute gold out of them. There are already some teasers that I thought I would point out. I love all the social media teams doing their thing. Jags, okay, so this is like a little hint, right? So Jags 95. Looks like they're going a little retro. This is their 30th season, incredible. Their social team is, they're talking about the VCR. Okay, first of all, Hamilton, get in here. Dust off the VHS player. What 20-year-old wrote that? What 20-year-old Wikipedia tools from the past enter?
It made all of us feel very old yesterday. Yeah.
It's called the VCR, okay?
VCR.
And what you would do is you would go rent The Labyrinth or Rookie of the Year or The Sandlot or whatever it was, and you would you'd own this videotape for 2 days, sometimes overnight. Sometimes there was like 90, whatever, and you would just have to rewind, and that rewind took 90 hours, and to rewind it and watch it until like Home Alone, all of these things, and then sometimes you'd have to blow in the VCR for it to work, and then whatever, and then. My mom would yell at me because sometimes I wouldn't rewind it before returning, and remember you got charged for not rewinding the tape?
Yeah. And that sounds exactly like something you do. So
yeah. What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean? I sent Hamilton a photo. Yes, I don't think we have it. I sent Hamilton and Richard a photo yesterday, and it's me at a red stoplight, and it has 1 mile left until my gas tank runs out. And I said, me in a photo.
Were you able to get to the gas station in time?
Yeah, but it was a close one. But like, what's the worst that can happen? You pull over and you Uber to a gas station and get the gas can. Like, it's not like we're not living in end times, like back when VHS players were roaming the earth, where it's like a hard thing to figure out. Anyway, okay, next we have the Chargers. What do you think of this one, Hammy? Is this a sign? Are we channeling the Nicole Kidman AMC intros for there? What's going on here? We come to this place for magic. What in the Nicole Kidman is this, Hammy?
I mean, if they're somehow able to get Nicole Kidman to do an AMC, style schedule reveal, I think that's going to be impossible to top.
I hope Drew Bledsoe just roasts every opponent for like the Patriots. That's what they should have done. Whatever idea they had before last week, it should that's all I want to see. I want to see him sitting back and just picking every opponent apart. Like he did on our show because he was so hot. I mean, what Nicole Kidman? How do you beat Nicole? The Chargers?
We don't know that that's what's going to happen, but I don't know.
And that means
There's
it's not
suggestions.
Okay, but let me just tell you, on a teaser, you're not putting out the big gun, right? You're putting out a teaser. That means that whatever the Chargers are doing, Nicole Kidman is like an addition. She's not the biggest star that's in it because they would never run with that on social. They would never. That's a taste.
We'll see.
A morsel of it. All right. Do I get more excited about this than most people, you think?
Yes.
Really?
You love this.
Oh.
You've gotten me excited about it. Schedule release is always something that I had a hard time getting excited about. You're so into these social videos. It's gotten me looking forward to it now.
I think the fact that the NFL, before my eyes, when I started with the NFL, getting a paycheck from the NFL in 2016, for them to just incept in some boardroom somewhere, eating like Skinny Pop and Nature Valley granola bars crumbling with like ice water, they're like, we're gonna invent this holiday. We're gonna make this a huge deal. And to watch it sort of happen is just so stunning and remarkable that like I've always appreciated that. And now it is this full-blown thing that you'll see all over NFL Network at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. And then we have this last little teaser. I guess like what classic uniforms and uniform changes are to you, the schedule releases to me, the Ravens. Yeah. I don't want to spoil it. There's only one Ravens superfan I can think of that would fit this silhouette. What do you think? Who does that look like to you, Hams?
Can I say?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that looks like Stavi to me, the Ravens superfan that went viral this past year. Absolute character. If he's involved, that's a huge win for Baltimore, and it seems like that's definitely going to be the case based on that. But the only person I could imagine that being.
But then it's like him and Nicole Kidman. Who wins that?
Stavi versus Nikola Kid.
Who, I mean, like as far as
the ultimate battle.
Well, it's like they're trying to nuke each other, these social media teams. All right, and we got a lot to get to. We're going to have Osa on the show. We're very excited about that. But let's bring in Shams, because Shams is our NBA insider. He's okay. You're telling me bring him in, and then you say he's on the phone. Shams, do you need a minute? I'll go back to Hammy and just dribble. You good?
Well, I'm working on something for you, Kate.
Oh, love that. Okay, NBA playoffs are here, and so I want to talk to you about all things NBA playoffs. What are you on the phone about?
Well, tonight there's a potential elimination game, Cavs against the Celtics in Boston, and I'm told Donovan Mitchell is not expected to play tonight. The Cavs do not expect him to be a go. He's dealing with a pretty real calf strain that he suffered a couple games ago, and it kept him out in Game 4. And the Cavs are prepared to play on without him tonight. So they started Karis LeVert in his absence. So that is what they're planning on moving forward.
That's what they're planning on moving forward. Do you have any other news? Who's the next person to get roasted? Who's the next star? Who's the next GOAT in sports getting roasted? What is your little phone telling you?
Well, I don't know. After the Tom Brady roast, I don't know how many people are going to want to. That was pretty serious stuff right there.
You don't think if there's an NBA GOAT that would be willing, do you think Michael Jordan's got it? Like he'd go up there and take that beating?
No, I don't know about him. Honestly, I think I could see LeBron James doing something like that, just in terms of how I think anytime you talk to a former teammate of his, anyone around him knows like the type of person he is. He's a funny person. He's goofy. He might be 39 years old, going on 40 at the end of this year, but he has this ability to act much, much younger. And have that ability to kind of thread the line of being funny and goofy, while also obviously very, very mature and a leader.
Yeah, I think he could. I think he doesn't give. I think you need to have some level of like, I don't give an F, and I think he's not that he doesn't care about anything, but he could sit there and take it, and like it would be fine. I would prefer to see Michael Jordan.
Okay, would you be roasted or no? Would you want to be a part of a roast or no?
Nobody knows anything about me, so it's like nobody's got any. I don't think I have enough people that would fill up a dais to talk about me. Would I do it? I don't know. Like if the numbers that I'm hearing in my phone that Brady got for this, yes, I would do it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. That's
a challenge. I mean, for people to come up with the material on UK, I think people would have to do their digging. I think that's what we want.
I don't think
people to.
If the decimals are the same as what Brady got, I'm down. I am in. And Netflix gets NFL games, and they're on Christmas. Isn't that the NBA's day? What is the NBA?
It was
NBA
until,
can't like this, right?
I mean. Okay, it was until I think it was like 2 years ago when the NFL started playing games. I don't know if it's because the day it fell on or what it was, but yeah, the NFL came in and they started taking Christmas Day a little bit. But I mean, the NBA does have games all day. So I mean, it starts at about 11, 12, around noonish, and it goes all the way until 11, 12 at night. So it is an all-day event while the NFL is, I think, a pocket of a couple games. But there's no question. I mean, for decades and decades and decades, the NBA just ran that day.
Yeah.
I guess there's competition now.
It's weird that it's on a Wednesday this year. We'll see what that means for you and I and our families in Chicago. And maybe I'll be there. Maybe who knows? Who knows what'll happen? But it's like the Shams and K Bowl. You got both sports on one day. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. You mentioned LeBron. So you reported, apparently, as I'm learning about this morning, you reported that Bronny James was cleared for the NBA draft. And with LeBron entering free agency in his age 40 season, I just want to know, how do you see this playing out? Like, our team's going to get a 2-for-1. It's a cute storyline. I feel like I've asked you about it for 2 years. What's going on?
Yeah, so, I mean, the Bronny thing is the big moment right now. He's in the combine. It's all about him. Like, as much as LeBron James, he's got his player option on June 29th. But right now, it's about Bronny James and where he ends up going in the draft. And I reported the other day, the expectation is he stays in the NBA draft. He had the ability to potentially transfer, but he's going to be in this draft. He went through workouts. He went through a scrimmage yesterday. He's going to have another scrimmage. And then here we go. We got alerts.
What is that for?
To call people.
To take your vitamins? Like, what is that alert? What is that exact alert for?
No. I have to call someone eventually here.
Who? Who?
But so Bronny James is doing everything necessary to put himself in position, Okay, I'm not gonna give you my phone. You can't get my phone from here.
Who
okay?
are you?
So-
Who do you have to call? Give us a little hint. What does that mean? You set
No, I'm
alarms
not
to remember to
giving
call
hints
people?
on my calls. I'm not giving hints on my calls.
Have
We
you
don't do
ever
that.
set an alarm to call me? You better
Yes.
say no. What?
This morning, I wanted to know the topics for the show.
I know, but I feel like I don't want you setting. That's not a good thing. You can't set a. I shouldn't. You need a reminder to call me, Shams.
Well, the only reminder in the NBA right now is that Bronny James is going to be in the draft, and that's in late June. And LeBron James has an option. The Lakers are the one team you could look at, and they have a desire to bring LeBron James back, literally on any contract that he wants, whether it's a 1-year max, a 2-year max, a 3-year max. And they do have an interest in drafting Bronny James, but there's going to be multiple other teams that Bronny James is going to whittle his list down to and narrow that targets list. His representation, Rich Paul at Clutch Sports, they're going to make sure over the coming weeks that he finds exactly where he's going to end up.
I thought there was an idea that it's Lakers or bust. But you're saying there's other teams that are interested. Here's my, if I was Game of Thronesing this thing and just politicking, is there a world that a team could pick Bronny just to lure LeBron?
Well, that's the thought, and it would not surprise me in the coming weeks if a team does reach out to Rich Paul or anyone else around Bronny James or anyone else has any idea, or LeBron James himself, and says, hey, if we draft Bronny James, would you come as well, LeBron? And the answer to that is going to be no, as of right now. That's not a given. That's not something that is going to be preordained. Now, listen, if the Lakers go out there and draft Bronny James, they feel like he's going to be a good fit for them. And one thing, the Lakers are in the midst of a coaching search, and one important element of that search is going to be player development and hiring someone for the next 4, 5, 6 years that can help you. Because LeBron James, I reported it, he's going to play about up to 2 NBA seasons. So the Lakers themselves, assuming they get LeBron James back, they're going to have to prepare for life without him anyway. So player development is going to be a big part of that.
And he does have the ability to opt out of his deal, LeBron, right?
He does. He can, though, make more money if he opts in and extends. If he opts in for 1 year, if he opts out, he's shorting himself. I think a couple million, $3 million. Not that it matters, LeBron James.
That's not going to matter. I mean,
if it's about maximizing money, opting in, adding a year, potentially 2 years could be in play. I mean, the only upside of opting out is potentially saving the Lakers money, or if you want to negotiate no trade clause potentially. But listen, if you're LeBron James, you are a walking no trade clause. No team is going to trade LeBron James on the roster.
Why don't you FaceTime Rich Paul and we'll figure this out right now?
That's potentially possible.
Okay. Woo! Okay, let's go to the Lakers schmakers. Fine. Let's go to the Knicks. That's where the world is. That's the center of the NBA world right now. The Knicks are on fire. I've never missed New York more. I want to be at this game. They got a chippy win last night to go up 3-2 on the Pacers, who knew they were good since Reggie Miller back in the 90s. I don't know. They're apparently really good. Listen to Knicks fan Tracy Morgan before the game going after Draymond.
Let me tell you something, Draymond. I love you like cooked food. I love you like the fat kid love cake. Don't talk crap about my team. This is New York City, kid. This is the home of King Kong. This is where he died, okay? The Wolverines was filmed there, okay? This is how we get down. This is New York City.
He can't hear you.
Period. Don't talk crap about my team, Draymond. I love you. Peace.
First, give me the vibe of. I mean, I'm seeing it I don't follow it. It's like the craziest it's ever been.
Yeah, I mean, last year, a couple of years ago, when they made it to the conference semifinals as well, it's electric. Like, the Garden is popping when this team is good, and this is potentially the second conference finals they've been to since 2000. So you have to give Tom Thibodeau a lot of credit. He's led them in 4 seasons to a conference semifinals, about to be potentially a conference finals. And it's like the Lakers in a lot of ways. Lakers and Knicks, when these two teams are good, the crowds are obviously enormous, but the amount of celebrities you see courtside, the amount of people you see courtside that are notable. Kay, I definitely think you should get out to a game.
Who do you wish? Because I went to a game once, and it was Brunson's big game, and he dropped 44 last night, incredibly. Even though Hamilton's like crying and whining about how he's hurt the other day, so I don't even know. Hamilton's clearly not my NBA insider, but I sat next to. Who did I sit next to? Hamilton. That I didn't know? Bobby Bacala?
Bobby Bacala.
Sure, yeah, sure. Who do you want to see out there, Shams, at a Knicks game?
That's a great question. Their next game over the weekend is not on TNT. I'd love to see Reggie Miller and Spike Lee sit courtside next to each other, given their history. I know it's not a TNT game, so Reggie Miller won't be calling it. He won't be there. But I would love to just see them sitting courtside next to each other. I want to see if they get into it. Obviously, this is the series for those two guys to make amends and sit courtside at the Garden if as the series continues.
I love that. I feel like this is, the NFL comparison of this would be like, because they haven't won since like the 70s, right? The Knicks. They haven't won in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, not a championship. And then even make it to the finals. They haven't done that since 2000. So this is a team that's been really, I think, yearning for a team, a culture, a roster that you can really root for. And you have to give Leon Rose, Tom Thibodeau a lot of credit. They've done that.
Hamilton. Is Hamilton here? Hammy, is Leon Rose Leon Worldwide guy? Is that him?
No, you're thinking Worldwide West.
Who's Leon Rose?
Yeah, Leon Rose is the GM of the Knicks, who you also met and had no idea, and I furious
Shams,
with
I
you.
embarrassed myself. I embarrassed myself in the biggest way. Hamilton,
That's
you
why
were
we're here. That's
hold
why
on.
we're here to inform you.
Hamilton sent me this picture. Tell me about who's this dad?
I can't even see. I can't even see.
Hamilton,
move it a little
John
bit to your
Starks.
left. Move it to your left.
It's John Starks.
Oh.
He's there eating popcorn with Stephon Marbury.
Yeah, here's what I love. I feel like everybody's coming back. So this is like what I think of, and you're from Chicago, Shams, and Hamilton. This is like if Chicago got really good this year, and then all of a sudden everybody comes back. And I'm talking Matt Forte's there, Devin Hester sitting there, Jay Cutler's back. You got sexy Rexy Gross. But anybody who had anything to do with the Bears, or even Chicago, let's bring back Al Bundy and Peggy, Ed O'Neill, Katie Siegel. Let's go ER. Let's get Clooney and let's get anybody who's ever been involved in the Chicago world at these games. That's what I feel like. The Vince Vaughns, the Jeff Garlands. I want that for Chicago, and I feel like that's the equivalent in the Knicks world right now. I gotta get to a Knicks game. So Leon Rose, send me some tickets. All right, Hammy, appreciate you and your Brunson Schmunson BS that you're texting me right now. Okay, Shams. Let's talk Nuggets here. Last time I checked, the Timberwolves were undefeated. Nobody was going to take them down. And then the Nuggets have come back from a 2-zip hole, and they're leading the series 3-2. What happened here? And especially with this crazy player who dropped 40 and was unstoppable. And by the way, before we even say that, let's listen to him because I love any soundbite with this guy.
I had open lane, and I'm a freak of nature, and why not to show my athleticism?
What do I need to know about what's happening in this series and this guy?
Nikola Jokic is the best player in the world, MVP 3 times in the last 4 years. He gives off, obviously, a vibe that he does not necessarily care about whatever happens on the court. And there have been teammates, other people that say, listen, he loves horse racing. He loves his horses more than he loves basketball. But I will say this, for you to be that good, he's not someone that came into this NBA with the hype, the praise, the accolades. He was a second-round draft pick. The joke is, and it's true, he was drafted when a commercial was playing. So in the second round. So this is someone that's earned everything he's gotten. He's come out of nowhere, and you have to really love the game and work at the game to be as good as he is. And what we've seen in this series, Kay, this Denver team, they went down. Shout out Josh Kroenke, Mizzou, by the way. But they went down 2-0. They lost both games at home. And anytime that happens, it's only happened seldomly in the NBA, and it's not usually boding well for that home team. And the fact that they end up winning the next 2 in Minnesota and then become the first team that actually wins at home, and now they can close it out in Mini. It's Nikola Jokic, and it's Michael Porter Jr. stepping up. It's Aaron Gordon stepping up. He's been massive for them in this postseason. Jamal Murray's been playing better as well. So to me, Nikola Jokic, He's the best player going right now. There was a shot he made in Game 4 in that win that they had in Minnesota. It was like he was double teamed, and then there was Rudy Gobert coming at him. He was legitimately triple teamed when he made whatever it was, a floater, a layup. He's unreal, and you have to give Denver a lot of credit. It is the heart of a champion. They deserve this. We'll see if they can close it out.
I love that we're getting a Josh Kroenke shout out in here. Much deserved. Him and Stan just building this team, drafting him when they did. Just unbelievable. And I guess he just went crazy. I think it's an act, though, Shams. Like, I feel like the not caring thing. What do you know about that? I feel like it's an act.
Yeah, I think that's just him, though. The one thing people will say, he legitimately doesn't care about attention, about notoriety, and things like that. Like, the years he's won MVP in the past, I mean, he legitimately could have wanted to do anything else than accept the award and like be a part of the interview process of celebrating the award. I think once his career is over, he's gonna get a chance to appreciate it. Obviously, he's gonna get his number retired, Hall of Fame. He's gonna go down as one of the best players. I can't put a number. He's gonna be top 10, top 15, top 20. I don't know, but he's that good. He's that great, and maybe he will appreciate it more once he's done playing.
Okay, let's say you and I are in Chicago and we are having a coffee and some blueberry muffins, and I say,
is that your thing, blueberry muffins?
No, I don't know
coffee?
why. I literally hated that I said that. I don't know why I said that. But
that's what we would do at coffee. That's what we would get is a coffee and blueberry muffins.
I think so. Yeah, why not? Listen, so we're having coffee. We have blueberry muffins, and then it's like the bill comes, and it's who wants to pay, you or me? And we say, let's.
No, I'm paying.
No. Just Shams, follow me. What do you call
What's the
this?
game? Rock, paper, scissors?
That's wrong. I said the internet went crazy yesterday because I call it paper, scissors, rock, and everyone said I should be on an FBI.
No, it's rock, paper, scissors.
Everyone said I should be on an FBI watch list. Everyone said I should be, is this a
maybe
Chicago
this is
thing?
one thing we definitely would disagree on, and I don't see eye to eye on this.
I feel like if you say scissors, like it's paper, scissors, rock. No? It's rock, paper, scissors?
Paper, scissors. I think you just made this up. I think you just pulled this out.
No,
right
people
now.
people dug up old tweet. I think it's because I'm smarter than everyone and I understand what sells better. And what sells better is to put rock at the end. Rock is a strong one-syllable word ending on scissors. Scissors. That's 2 syllables. You want to go like boom, boom, bam. Paper, scissors, rock.
No, you want to start at the beginning with the 1 syllable. Not the end.
No, Shams, this is. But I thought maybe.
You said scissors, paper, rock, or paper, scissors, rock?
It's Hamilton. It's paper, scissors, rock. And Hamilton was thinking maybe it's a Chicago defect.
No, it's got to be one syllable.
I think it's just a Polish. It must be a Polish defect.
I think it's just
See,
you.
Matty Ice is not rolling with this.
I'm gonna call. Sean, we're gonna say bye to you. In the break, I'm gonna call my brother and see how he says it. And now stay tuned for that. All right, we got the big news on Donovan. I don't quite know what it means, but apparently it's big news for everybody out there. So Shams, I love you. I love it when you break news for me. Let's FaceTime Rich Paul. Conference me in. That's my boy with Clutch. All right, big thanks to Shams for joining the show, guys. You can always watch him on Run It Back. He's on this very network, partnered with FanDuel, and you guys can check that out. Hamilton. Stop with your Brunson. Yeah. Let's see.
It's a legitimate concern.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? I have a quick question for you. I'm on television, but kind of not on television. When we, like, let's say you and I were trying to do that thing where you'd either use the, like you and me are deciding who's going to pay for something or who goes first, and you do the dun 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 dun, dun dun dun, best 2 out of 3, right? What do you call that? What do you call that?
You're making fun of me. I call paper, scissors, rock all day.
Paper, scissors, rock! I gotta tell you, I'm getting roasted. People are saying I should be on an FBI watch list. It's viral right now because it's rock, paper, scissors. And I go, it is absolutely not. It is paper, scissors, rock.
It wasn't our car, that's for sure, or wherever we were, yeah.
So you did this to me.
No, We did this to each
There
other.
must be blame.
I think rock should be last. It's it's a one-syllable word. Why would you go scissors last? It's stupid.
I think the whole thing's stupid. People get just way too.
Oh, so have you been bullied about this too? I think I'm gonna blame. Let's blame Sylvia. I'm gonna call Sylvia next. Okay, goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Bye.
Bye. Don't you love how my brother knows the short phone call?
Yep.
I'm calling. Do you have a minute left? I'm calling.
You need to figure out who has to be blamed for this. I love it.
Well, you could tell he's been, and he doesn't, Adam, he's not on, he doesn't know this is going on.
Yeah.
If they both answer, I feel so loved.
Oh.
Hello?
They
Hi,
probably
I have
haven't.
a quick question for you. I'm sort of on television. Yeah. I'm in a break. I have a question. When we were growing up, or we wanted to do that best out of 3 to decide who's going to go first on something or whatever, and it was dun 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 dun, and you did the hand motions, best 2 out of 3. What do you call that?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yes.
Sylvia, I am getting
It's
roasted. Roasted for calling it paper, scissors.
Paper, scissors, rock. Yeah, I remember. So I've been corrected by my children now that they're in grade school, and I used to say paper, scissors, rock.
Why?
Sebastian,
Where did?
Evan, I don't know why we did it that way.
Who taught you that? Because are you sure?
I think we used to say paper, scissors, rock, but Sebastian and Evan taught me rock, paper, scissors. So I've changed it.
So basically,
paper, scissors, shoot. So that's what we do. Yeah.
I appreciate it. So okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Hamilton, I'm a victim. That's all I want to say. As usual,
There you go.
a
You did it.
victim. My big brother bullied me. He's the best. Not only did he fling a live chicken head on my head, bleeding all over me when I was about 7 in Poland, but also he taught me paper, scissors, rock, which I just want to say is the way it should be. It sounds much better.
I think you're gonna have to let this one go.
Literally, people are
Just
like,
take
it's
the
your
L.
worst take ever.
Okay. Yeah.
I've said the Chargers are
They're
going to win
not
the
wrong.
Super Bowl for 7 years in a row, and somehow rock, paper, scissors, rock is my worst take ever. All right, Hamilton,
Yeah.
appreciate you. FBI watch list here. Do you know how many ats to the FBI? I bet they are checking me out, just because it's so many ats of FBI watch list to the world. Okay. Anyway, time for some unanswered questions, guys. We're going division by division, and today is AFC North Day. Let's take a look at the odds over at FanDuel Sportsbook. The Ravens are the favorites at +140. The Bengals a close second at +170, followed by Browns at +500. Steelers +650. First up is the Ravens. My question for them.
What's the question, Kay?
Why are you so far today?
I don't know.
Pick that thing up. Is that thing heavy? Let's get this guy. Just come close. Can't you come sit by me? Somebody can. No, he can't. Richard goes, no. You have anything to throw? What are those? At what point does this become water balloons? Is my question.
We're building towards that.
Yeah, I feel like paintball gun is the finale. Hamilton, what do you have cooked up?
Little tiny figurines this time. Little
Oh, these are
plushies.
creepy and squishy.
I know, they smell really bad too. That's why I didn't really
Are
want to
these,
throw 'em.
what would you call, is this, I thought it was Pikachu, but this is a Fugazi. This is an off-brand Costco, Kirkland brand Pikachu.
Is that bringing back trauma from your brother?
Is it a chicken?
Yeah.
My real question, are you lit over there? I don't know what's happening. My question for the Ravens, as we go division by division here, will the defense still be dominant? Ravens dominance, a different level of dominant. Lamar may have won MVP again, and the offense will be better with the addition of Derrick Henry. This defense was not just the #1 defense in the league last year. They were another level. They were historically dominant, and they've undergone some changes. So let's hit you guys with them as you've been, you're busy. It's the 3-hour graduations you guys are doing. You're watching the NBA. You're watching people flash people in the New York portal. You don't have time to look at all the changes. So here they are. The Seahawks hired DC Mike McDonald as their head coach. Baltimore promoted 31-year-old former linebacker Zach Orr into his role. Geno Stone leaves for Cincy. TBD as how they're replacing him. Patrick Queen, Jadeveon Clowney, they gone. So I don't know if they added a first-rounder, Nate Wiggins, to the mix. We like that. Last year's third-rounder, Trenton Simpson. He's got a chance to do something, step up, fulfill a role here. They do have Roquan. They do have Kyle Hamilton. So no shortage of talent, but those are some pretty big changes. The question is, can they be that dominant? Do they even need to be with what they did on offense? I don't know. Big shoes to fill for Zach Orr as a rookie play caller. So I'm rooting for Zach. Amazing journey to this point. Want to see him succeed. Always tough when the bar is literally not just number one defense, but historically good dominant defense. So, I don't know, hopes and dreams of your fan base. Resting likely on the ability to stop Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. Isn't that the name of the game here? We'll see. I can't wait. Let's move on to the Bengals.
What's the question?
If I could flip this table over, I think I would. Were those more chickens?
I would have went all chickens, to be honest with you.
Here's what I don't like. Nobody tells me what's going to go on. Every day he's throwing something different at me. Cat's sitting over there in the shadows. Cat, you're not on my side? You didn't think like maybe have a Nerf Super Soaker?
I'm sorry, no warning.
Please don't put that online, what I just did. Do not, Jordan, don't you dare make a meme, a GIF, or something about that, ever. What? Why is Richard trying to always stop me from having fun? Richard's always in my ear, trying to keep me on track. What are you? In charge? The adult in the room? Kat, look at me. We got to come up with something for tomorrow. Scheduled release showdown day. Kevin O'Connell on the show tomorrow. I'm talking, what about one of those buckets of paint that I like hit a dart at it and it drops like a full white bucket of paint? Something like that. Let's look on TikTok. Okay, next up, the Bengals.
What's the question, Kay?
Okay, oh God. Got me in the jugular. Oh my God, I'm all of a sudden Will Ferrell and streaking Frank the Tank. Okay, I'm gonna approach this one a little bit differently. I've dug into a lot of my questions with them this offseason. I talk about the Bengals often. And I'm just gonna answer, you know, something that, or like, I guess, with the Bengals, let me cut this, what a shit show. With the Bengals, we got an answer yesterday to a question that I've had a lot. Who's going to be playing for the Bengals in 2024? We can count Trey Hendrickson in. Let's go. He showed up, to voluntary workouts despite a trade request that came out during draft week. And if his presence at workouts wasn't enough to tell you about where he stands as a man of his team, great. He talked to reporters and he was asked, yo, you going to be in Cincy eating that great ice cream this season? Take a listen.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. I mean, like, I love this team. I'm in great shape. You know, it's good to see the guys. We got great draft picks in the building. So, yeah, no-brainer. You know, I'm also humbled by the experience that they want me to be here. You know, the communication is very open and transparent, very respectful. So I have nothing but good things to say.
Loved hearing that. Didn't sound like he was hesitant. Didn't sound like... This is massive. It looks great on the organization, by the way. It seems like they're talking and are likely to figure something out. And it looks great on him to be there when he doesn't have to be. He does not have to be there. He's got on his mind a Super Bowl. Work it out. As we know, the window is windowing. Huge relief to see Trey back in the mix with the reshaped defense. It is go time. And I'd also just like to quickly say, all of you fans who were all over Trey for doing what was right within his right and all of that, I hope you send him a little love. Not an apology, not or whatever, but you better love him this season and this offseason for showing up, doing the right thing when he does not have to. Okay, all right, next is the
Browns?
Why is Kat standing there?
Well,
Kat,
you got her tomorrow.
why are you throwing things at me? Can we do an instant replay of that just completely slapping my... Can we please? Is there an instant replay, a slow-mo? Something we can do? I heard that.
That GIF you don't want.
I think my cheeks went after it did that. Kat, by the way, great shooter. I mean, that from the three, she was like... Okay, up next, the Cleveland Browns. And I like how I asked you to be on my team, but you did that instead. Great. My question for the Cleveland Browns is, are they better than they were a handful of months ago? For whatever reason, they didn't bring Joe Flacco back. I'm going to let everyone else speculate on why. I don't know. But you can't deny what he meant to this team, what he brought to the team, the zest, the this, and what an asset he's been to be in a room with quarterbacks Jameis and Deshaun. I don't know. I wish Flacco was there. He led the NFL in passing over his 5 starts. He really was the catalyst to the Browns' run to a playoff spot. I will say this as a bit of a counterpoint. The Browns were 7-5 with their other quarterbacks. Pretty much that entire dominant defense is running it back. They're here. You still got Miles and Nick Chubb, who they lost 2 games into the season. We forget about him, and he's been the identity of their offense, and he should be with how great he is. So if they can just sort of get some semblance of stability out of the quarterback spot, do you look at Deshaun Watson and think semblance of stability? Do you look at Jameis Winston and think semblance of stability? I don't know, but if they do, then they'll be in the playoff mix once again. And I gotta say, Eric, like Jameis won us over, didn't he?
Oh, he's lovely.
What were your thoughts? Why don't can we show Eric, Lisa? Can we show Eric? Eric just sitting in the shadows there. Look at you. What'd you make of Jameis when you met him?
Oh, he's lovely. His family's lovely. His mom. His uncle is wearing that up and Adam's hat.
He's got charm.
Yes.
Charisma.
Yes.
I know those are kind of two different, but he's got something going for him, and he really, I feel like, wants his role to be this mentor, this guy. But I also think he's a dog. He's going to go in there and say, like, oh, Deshaun Watson's missed how many games in the past 2 seasons? I'm going to start here. And he's going to get a path, and Nick Chubb's a great guy to have back and healthy. All right, finally for the Steelers.
What's the question? Oh, I was thinking about Jameis.
Oh my God! Well, yeah, way to throw an interception there, buddy. My question for the Steelers is one that I think everyone has right now. Who is the guy? Who's the quarterback? Is it actually going to be Russell Wilson? Is Justin Fields going to wrestle it away from him? And when? In training camp, week 1, week 2? How long is the shepherd's hook? Like, I don't know. Whoever wins it is an upgrade on what they had. Sorry to say. Look at it. Last season, Steelers quarterbacks combined for 13 touchdown passes. Combined. 13 touchdown passes to 9 interceptions. I mean, less than a touchdown pass per game is crazy in the 60s. Now, it's unheard of. They ranked in the bottom 10 pretty much across the board. I mean, the fact that they still finished 10-7, Tomlin, you're an absolute GOAT. Unbelievable. It's wild to me that the Steelers, as we talked about, their bottom odds. What are their odds? No, that's for Russell Wilson starts. What are the plus 650? Plus 650, guys. Bottom once again, despite upgrading at the most important position on the field with either choice, and also adding to every level on both sides of the ball as well. I don't know. When are we going to stop doing this to Mike Tomlin? When are we going to get it? If it's Russ, if it's Justin, this team's going to be relevant. And I feel like this is a playoff team to me. This is a playoff team to me. They're going to work their way into. It might not be pretty, but it's going to be better than averaging less than a touchdown a game combined. So that's my question, and there's my answer. I don't know.
Great question.
I don't know what this is. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Good job, Kat. Kat, you and I are going to have a tough conversation after the show today. Up next, let's talk Dallas. Awesome. Look at you. What a mess. Water balloons with, we should do like what they used to do in my neighborhood in Chicago, crazy. On Halloween, the bad kids would fill water balloons with Nair.
What?
How awful is that? No, it's like felony behavior. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what Nair is, like hair remover?
Yes.
So imagine filling water balloons and pelting people with that. Imagine that. How about that, Eric? You like your hair?
Well,
The chunk of your beard gone?
yeah, just a little Nair here.
How much trouble would I be for a paintball gun? Paintball gun, anyone? Richard's not saying no.
No.
I feel like a paintball gun for tomorrow is retaliation for.
Some things up our sleeve.
No.
So you gotta fight back.
He says he gave me a paddle. No. I want like a blow dart. Or like a.
I had a blow dart gun one time, and we were putting.
Oh my God, could you be more of a Debbie Downer, Richard? The reality is we're not doing the segment tomorrow.
Okay, I had a blow dart gun, and I thought I put a spitball.
Why don't we talk about our night at the Derby? Richard's gonna put up the slate in 5 seconds. Let me tell you guys a story about Richard from the old Kentucky Derbs.
Zach Bryan thing?
Can you tell I'm going to do Pilates after the show? Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm not wearing real clothes. Oh, Dickie Zua. I'm excited.
He's great.
You got me juiced up for this interview in the morning meeting today. You did. And how is Osa feeling this morning? Tell me. Yeah. Here's one thing I would say before I forget. I don't, like, tomorrow's going to be so schedule. So if there's stuff from Kevin O'Connell that has chance to, you should put it out too. Sure. Like, I was going to say that Timberwolves bit should have been out yesterday. Yeah. Outside of the game. That should have been out. What does it make sense? That's what I was asking when the game is. But then it's going to get lost in the, because, you know, like, it's just going to be, oh my God, why? Richard and I are not getting along today. Hey, thanks. I will have fun. Thank you. My next guest quickly become one of the fastest rising D tackles in the NFL. What would it be like to be a D tackle? He'll tell me all about it, coming off career highs in, let me get this right, pressures, tackles for loss, quarterback hits. He is a Dallas Cowboy. Please welcome Osa Odighizuwa. How are you?
What's up? I'm good. Thank you for having me.
I'm so great. Are you excited about schedule release? Do you get as amped up as fans do? Come on.
I mean, I've seen who we're playing, so I'm just ready. I like the schedule. It's a tough schedule. I feel like there's a good opportunity to show what we can do as a team, so it's pretty exciting. When you see a good schedule like that, it's pretty stacked.
Yeah, let's take a look. I mean, this is like a holiday. It's Christmas. It's NFL schedule release day. You have some interesting matchups, like you said. You knew who you were playing. You got the Texans. Lions will be fun. Ooh, Ravens at home is nice. Niners on the road. Listen, I know how y'all feel about the Niners. Is that the one you're most excited for?
It's probably one of the ones I'm more excited for. I'm definitely excited to play the Niners. Yeah. That's the last one of the season?
No, I don't think we know when it is, right? That we don't know yet. But when would you like that to be? Would you like to get that one over with and sort of see what this team's like out the gate momentum-wise, or do you want that one later in the season when y'all are trying to make your waves in the playoffs?
It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? That's going to be a battle regardless. Good win to get regardless. So whenever it happens is when it happens. It's going to be a good game.
A lot of players think they're the best-dressed player in the NFL. But you are. I'm going to go ahead and say
I appreciate that.
Those players, Osa, aren't strutting the runway. Okay, I did not see this. Okay, well, excuse me, shirtless at Dallas Fashion Week. Male model vibes? What is this? Tell me.
You know, it was just, I decided to get my feet wet as far as like modeling. Kind of got into it a little bit last off season. My agent was the one that set it up. Shout out to Sam, and I had a lot of fun.
Have you picked out, I mean, an outfit for any of these? No, I don't even know what to say. I was not ready for that shirtless photo of yours. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Sam. Woo! Do you
a lot of people don't know what I look like underneath the jersey, so it's a little fun to do.
Do you? I don't even know what to say to that. Do you take dressing your outfit for games seriously? Your pregame fits. How do those get put together? Because you seem to care about fashion quite a bit.
I take them seriously. It's fun. It's just fun to be able to do. Good way to kind of like express myself, be creative. So, and you know, kind of like that Deion Sanders, look good, feel good, play good. You know what I mean? So I kind of take that to heart. I feel like if I'm dressed well, then I'm gonna be, you feel me, feeling good going to the game, and it just adds to the vibe and just kind of just helps me out a little bit.
I mean, you had top finishes last year, so you must have been, I didn't see your pregame fits, but they must have been great because it happened on the field and you played great. Top grades in pass rushing with PFF, highest, graded interior defensive lineman. You're in that world. And PFF actually labeled you as one of their secret superstars for this season. I know Micah thinks that you can be a double-digit sack guy. What can you be? What can you tell me about what you know you can bring to the field this year?
I definitely feel like I have the ability to be a double-digit sack guy. Definitely feel like there's another level that I could reach in terms of my pass rush and just my play in general. Definitely seeing growth last season, but there's just so much left on the table, last season. So there's definitely a lot of improvement, a lot of room for growth, in my opinion.
What do you think people don't talk about enough with your game?
I don't know. I don't really listen to what people say about my game. You know, I just kind of watch the tape and just, you know, I know like production and stuff like that. That's something that I'm always looking at, something that I always want to increase, want to be as productive as possible. And I think when it comes to that, that'll get the recognition that it needs. It'll take care of itself.
My friend, you are disruptive as all get out. You are disruptive as hell, especially in the backfield. That's what I think when I see you play.
I appreciate that. You're actually paying attention.
What?
I said you're paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm excited to meet you. You got a great personality. You're a perfect Dallas Cowboy, and there's a lot of players on this team that are perfect Dallas Cowboy. The thing about it, they got to get paid. Deck, CD, your boy Micah. You're also heading into a contract year. Where are the talks? What's happening?
I mean, the way I see it, they're going to let everyone do what they got to do this year and then let the chips fall where they may, you know. Everyone's got to perform at the highest level in order to get to where we want to get to. And I don't really control who gets paid or what. All I can do is control how I play, and then hopefully that's going to result in what I want, which would be like a second deal with Dallas. You know what I mean? So I'm going to just control what I can control in that regard.
Can y'all win there? I keep talking about this team, and everyone's saying, like, the offseason was not great, the draft, whatever, the running back situation. Like, the window is, like, really here right now. Do y'all think you can win it? And I'm talking about the Super Bowl, if that's the expectation.
I believe so. We've been a winning team since I've been here. Definitely let a lot of people walk in the offseason. I mean, cap space is that plays a role, but the way I look at it is they're betting on what we have. You know what I mean? These guys know how to find talent. The organization is good at drafting. They know how to find very talented players and add them to our team. And that's what I've seen since I've been here. You know what I mean? There's guys that pan out. Even the guys that left were all later round guys that panned out and got paid elsewhere. So the way I see it, this team knows how to find talent. They know how to draft. People were questioning a lot of the decisions that were made like the last couple of years, like Tyler Smith. People questioned why we got Tyler Smith in the first round. He's an all-pro. You know what I mean? So guys, like, I think they're just doubling down and betting on what we have in the building, and I have no problem with that at all.
Wait, I love that answer, because I think a lot of people, you know, are fired up about it in an angry way. It sounds like that's not what's happening in your locker room. Y'all are bought in and ready to go.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go. I love that. I'm fired up for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we have a couple seconds left. I want you to tell me about your foundation, because you've got your first ever youth football camp, David Douglas High School in Portland. Like hundreds of kids going?
There was about 100 kids out that pulled up. It was really, really fun. It was dope to be able to do it at my high school, especially like I said in like an interview earlier. I was just riding down the street and just kind of going down memory lane, you know what I mean? And just remembering the time that I was a kid playing at the high school. Just we'll be up there all the time on the weekends, just getting a little extra work and stuff like that. Just, you know, running around, playing two-hand touch on the grass field, you know, and just coming up in that school district, because I was in that district for 13 years. So to be able to come back and then give back to the youth, it was awesome.
It's amazing. You guys want more information? It's right there. It's the Odigizua Foundation, and it really benefits single parents, and it's so important, and you value that, and it's, you know, obviously close to home. So love that you do that. Love that you're ready to go. Go win a Super Bowl. That sounds so easy.
It's not going to be easy. You know what I mean? It never is. If it was, everyone would try and do it.
Yeah. Well, y'all better try and do it, because the window is windowing, my friend. And Osa, double-digit sacks this year. That's what I expect.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Put a shirt on next time. I'm blushing over here. Bye, Osa. See ya.
All right,
Peace, friend.